This content has been deemed inappropriate for children under 13. Viewer discretion is advised. This is for adults only. Adult collectibles.
What's up, you guys? It's ZacJacDan back with another Every Marvel Legends video. This time we're talking about every Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure from the Return of Marvel Legends. This is after Hasbro took a 2-year hiatus. So here we go. So the very first Return of Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure was Terrax. And in order to build Terrax, you needed to either get one of the 2 Steve Rogers, one of the 2 Iron Man figures, one of the 2 Ghost Rider figures. You needed to get Constrictor, Hope Summers. The Thor was in that wave as well, but it didn't have a Build-A-Figure piece. And you had to get Claw. Next was the Arnim Zola Build-A-Figure wave. And this wave had several variants in it because of the fact that you had 2 different types of Arnim Zolas you could build. One of them had a red skull face. Notice the top piece of this one has a yellow circle in it. The red skull head has a red circle in it. So you had Dakin without his mask for this version. Thunderball. You had Madam Mask. FF Spider-Man. Bucky Cap. Drax. And Phantom X. Now, in order to build the variant Red Skull version, which this one is, you need to get the masked version of Dakin, Pile Driver from the Wrecking Crew, who gave you the other piece, and then you had Madam Hydra, and then you had Big Time Spider-Man. So next we have the Ironmonger wave, and this was an actual all Iron Man wave. And this is the only Iron Man wave that we've ever seen in Marvel Legends. And you had to get the Iron Patriot, the classic Iron Man, Ultron, War Machine in his Stars and Stripes, Heroic Age Iron Man, and Mark 42 Iron Man in order to build this Ironmonger. Next was the Hint Monkey wave. In order to build this tiny little Build-A-Figure, you technically only needed to get 3 figures. You needed to get the Protector, Hyperion, and the Red She-Hulk. The other 3 figures in the wave, which was Archangel, Wolverine, and Captain America, did not have any Build-A-Figure pieces in them. And there were 3 variant figures, if you look at the back of the packaging, that were not released in this wave. 2 were released later on in other waves, but the Lyra was never released. Next, you had the Rocket Raccoon Build-A-Figure wave, another tiny one. And in order to build him, you only needed to buy 3 of the figures, and those 3 were the Black Panther, the Wrecker, and Jean Grey. Now, there was a variant Jean Grey in her white costume that was never released, and there was a variant Bulldozer from the Wrecking Crew that was released later on in an Ant-Man wave. But you had a Hawkeye and a Scarlet Spider here that did not have Build-A-Figure pieces in them. Next, for a tiny Build-A-Figure was a Puck. This was a previous exclusive wave. Wolverine. And the only 4 figures we actually got was the Wolverine, Cyclops, Sabretooth, and Emma Frost. They showed us that we were going to get a Rogue and a Phoenix 5 Cyclops, but we did not get those. Very disappointing. And of course, the worst of all, because there was no Build-A-Figure piece, but technically we did come with something, was the Epic Heroes wave. And they had the Build-A-Figure stands. Or just stands, whatever you want to call them. So you had the X-Force Deadpool, and there was a variant Red Deadpool that was, I think, only released over in the UK. You had the Mystique figure, which had a Danny Moonstar that was, I don't think, ever released. But you guys correct me if I'm wrong. We had the US Agent, the Doctor Doom Green, and the Doctor Doom White. White was released in the UK. You had the Iron Man, Punisher White. The Thunderbolts Punisher Red came out later. And then the variant Blade figure, I don't believe was ever released either, but Again, correct me if I'm wrong if this was released over in the UK or something. So here are all of the Return of Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures. You can compare them all. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any kind of comments. Hit that notification bell so you're aware of any videos that I have. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out my other Every Marvel Legends videos, especially the Build-A-Figure collections that I'm putting out this week. Go back and check them all out and wait around for the rest of them this week. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find all the photos that you want of these videos.